Hello everyone, this is Apex Predator, and this is part 4 of What If Deku was transported to Demon Slayer. At least said the other one. But yes, this is part 4. And, well, today I've technically sent out 2, but there was a third one, which is just an update video. But yes, so we ended off with Deku, Inosuke, Zenitsu, and Tanjiro heading off to the next mission as they are running in the opposite direction of the Demon Slayer Inn thing. They get a crow flies up to them and lands on Tanjiro's shoulder and tells them about the forest. And they head towards the forest at the end of the day when the sun is going down. They arrive. As the sun had finally set, they enter into the forest. Now, not much changes. It's just that Deku is basically a badass. So I finally have the thing over here right next to these pictures. But yes, so as they run up towards a bunch of demon hunter soldiers, they get attacked by the soldiers themselves, them wondering why, as Deku notices the faint glare on all around them. They're being controlled like little puppets, Deku exclaims, as he cuts a demon hunter out of the strings, as he goes for another one as the others follow in suit. And as everyone is doing this, the few Hashira, that was Giyu and Shinobu. Yeah, Shinobu. Yeah, so they're heading towards the forest, as Inosuke at this time is using one of his demon breathing, beast breathing techniques as he tries to find the puppeteer. As Tanjiro is busy cutting down the strings, trying not to kill the demon hunters, Deku is pointed in the right direction on where the puppeteer is, as he uses dimension shift, him teleporting right behind her. As she lets go of her strings that she's controlling, and she jumps away. It's like, are you here to kill me? It's like, why would I just be here if not to kill demons? As she just tears up, and this isn't how it went in the actual anime, but this is a what if, so she starts tearing up a bit. It's like, thank God, finally someone had come to kill me. As Deku just took a step back and was like, wait, you want to die? Yes. The family of the spider demons are bit of a ruthless bunch, you could say. I'm supposed to be the mother, loving and caring, but I can't even care for myself. If my own son is more powerful than me, I have no control over anything in the house. As Deku is like, well, growing up, my mother died and I never got to meet my father. So I quite love the role of a mother that I once had. Then I got adopted when she was killed. And I started living out a life with one of the other demon slayers, as we had become demon slayers together. I feel as if you should be happy. As he does a few motions with his sword, he uses his fifth form, Heaven's Gate, as he slashes up, bringing her soul up and through to heaven. So he just stands there as the demon is crying and thanking him. It's like, I wish that your life had not been so like this, depressing. I'm sorry you had to live a life like this. As her last words, it's okay. As he turns around and starts heading towards the others, as they had found one of the other children of the demon spider family, as Inosuke sliced her up, and Zenitsu is nowhere to be seen. It's like, where the hell is Zenitsu? It's like Tanjiro just saying, it's like, I don't know, he disappeared a while ago. I'm not sure where he could be. Okay, fine, it's fine. Let's just carry on with the mission. As they do. They carry on with the mission as they come across a few more one tiny spider demon, which was really confusing to them because normally it would be a slightly bigger thing if it was powerful, but they pay no mind to it, as that is part of Zenitsu's fight. That goes as canon. He's still gonna have stumpy legs and arms. But they eventually get to the river, well, near the river, as they are attacked by the father of the entire family. And Inosuke, looking at her, is like, fight me! I'm going to kill you, demon! It's like, he just says nothing, just makes a really weird growling sound. It's like, come at me! It's like, Inosuke, he's too powerful. He's definitely, I should say definitely, a lot stronger than the demons we faced here, okay? But Izuku... No. Don't backchat at me, okay? I'm the father of this household. He's the big brother. You're the smaller brother with Zenitsu, okay? Remember that. But I'm trying to put some more, a little bit of comedy within the tragic times of killing demons and other things. Sorry about that pause. I was listening to my mother doing something outside my door. I'm not sure if it would have gotten into the video, but anyway. So, as Deku put in a little bit more comedy in this tragic times within killing demons and other things, Deku uses his 13th form, going straight all the way up to the top. As the giant father spider is trapped and can't move, he's... Sorry, I had to pause for a while because I had to do some things for my mother. Okay, so he uses Death Zone Carnage as all of the father demon, the father spider demon's strength has vanished and he's paralyzed. He can't do anything. As Deku runs up to him and slashes him over and over again, making deep cuts as he slashes off both of his arms. He also slashes a deep wound that only the back muscle of the thigh is holding the leg together. As he's trying to stay on the one leg, his strength comes back. And he heals himself of gaining the rest of his leg as well as both of his arms. It's like, I need to wear you down, don't I? The father demon screeches and grunts as he charges to Deku. Deku uses dimension shift to go behind the demon and deliver a dimension slash, going straight through the middle, just dividing the area around, and some of the trees turn purple and yellow as the dimensions shift and distort. This will be a very temporary thing because the dimension still has to heal itself. As the demon is cut in half and is split and is slowly disappearing. Ooh, sorry. So let's carry on, okay? Inosuke getting into trying to cross the river, as well as the others. They meet up with his sister, who is swiftly taken out by Tanjiro using a horizontal water wheel. Don't ask me how that works, just think of it. As Deku runs past, as he nearly gets his head sliced off by a web that is extremely strong. So he flings his head back and slides under it. Not knowing what that was, he looks around as he sees the spider demon, the main demon that was there. As Deku is barraged by multiple slashes of webbing, as he can feel the intense strength, he can see the tensile strength, or he just notices that it could literally slash him to dust. So he jumps away, and the demon, creating something behind his back with two of his arms behind him, Deku runs up, trying to deliver a demon flesh divider as it is stopped by a giant rope, like gigantic rope, like not 1 centimeter thick rope, like 5 inch, no, not 5 inch, 10 inch diameter rope of webs, as he's just smashed in the stomach, stopping him from using his breathing technique. Him still holding onto the blade tight, and he is flinged far. Basically, he's like near where Zenitsu is, as at that time Zenitsu has fallen asleep and is now in his thunder breathing style stance, and is like doing his own thing. But now we cut to Tanjiro and Inosuke fighting around, as Inosuke is slashed in the gut and chest, as he is flung away as well, as he's unconscious, and Gyu's like, well, that happened. Him staying with the injured, trying to wrap up his wounds. Tanjiro is put in a near-death situation while Nezuko had been taken out of her box and slashed so many times that her arm fell off. And then once she finally healed, she was snatched away and flung up into the air, being held by several different threads as they dig into her skin, making her bleed. As the demon uses his demon blood art, infusing blood into his threads, making them stronger, as he is put in the same trap as he is in canon. He thinks he goes through the same thought process as he sees his father talking about the sun god, as he uses the fire god breathing technique, as he does. Well, in this, his sword isn't like slashed, so he has a full sword, and he cuts through everything with the fire breathing techniques, as he just goes on and on. As Nezuko does the same thing, making the blood, him still having some of her blood on his sword, her igniting her blood, and them doing the exact same attack but with a full blade. As the demon's head is sliced off, Nezuko is returned to him, as well as he gets the whole rundown of his sad backstory and stuff. As that's how everything goes. As Shinobu is there looking at Zenitsu, as she takes him down and gives him to some medics, the medic demon slayers, medic demon hunters that work for the demon corps, for the demon slayer corps, sorry. So she goes on the same excursion, meeting up with Giyu and getting Inosuke back to back to the medics. As the same thing happens with Nezuko as she runs around changing her size to fit her situation, as she doesn't want to be sliced. And as the crow states that Tanjiro Kamado and Nezuko sorry, I'm so sorry. Nezuko Kamado, the demon female that you are currently fighting, are to be captured and brought to headquarters. As the same thing happens, Deku having a few broken bones from the giant, thick, 10-inch thick rope of pure threads hit him in the stomach and chest. His ribs broke, and he can't move that well, so he's also by the medics. The same thing happens with the Hashira and Nezuko being stabbed and proving her loyalty to her own humanity. She is now given to Tanjiro, and is sent to his friends and adopted brother. As he meets up with them, as Nezuko is taken to a different room so she can rest and not be touched by the sun's light. He meets up with Deku, who is trying to walk around and make sure that he can still operate properly. As he sits down back in his bed and is like, "Thanks, brother. It's been a hell of a week, you could say." "Oh, shut up, bro. You know you're more of the father type, right?" It's like, yeah, I know. But calling you son is weird, because I've always known you as a brother, you could say. It's like, yeah, just go talk to the other two, see how they're doing. I haven't been able to talk to them because I had to rest and a few other things happened. So Tanjiro goes to the others, them having the same introductions. "I have baby limbs." "And I have lost sorry. I have lost the ability to shout. I have lost my purpose." If you don't know what that's from, watch Demon Slayer in 6 minutes. It's funny. I'm sorry if I'm technically copywriting there, but it's just a funny joke. I'm not sure how all the copyright rules go, so I'm not trying to copyright a little joke that was made in a different video. But yeah, so he gets the rundown of how they're doing, and he walks up to Deku again. It's like, "You sure you're okay?" "Yeah, I'm fine. I guess probably tomorrow I'll be fine." Dude, it was literally 2 days ago that you got your ribs broken. You need at least 2 weeks of recovery. It's like, nonsense. I'm way stronger than that. Well, if anything, You should worry about yourself and Nezuko. By the way, how's she doing? I wasn't able to see her when we were taken to this place. Oh, she's doing fine. She's just in another room so she doesn't get touched by the light. Ah, that's good. As Tanjiro gets his wounds checked out, and Shinobu walks into the room. It's like, well, hello there. It's been quite a while. It's been 2 days. Don't make things so formal. Well, I know you're a Hashira, one of the 8? 10? Yeah, I think it was 8 or 6 pillars. One of the pillars. I should be giving you respect, but I'm injured and in a hospital. I can't do much to, give you proper respect. It's like, oh, no need to give respect. It's fine, just don't worry about it. As long as we're cool, I'm cool. Okay, it's like, yeah, I get it. I'll have to take a nap for a few days. As he falls asleep, Tanjiro, going around and scoping the hospital place to rest type area out, as he goes outside to Kanayo. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Yeah. So he does his normal own thing. Total concentration breathing training, as Deku already has total concentration breathing. Now everything goes to canon as they are training, like one of the days when as Zenitsu, Tanjiro, and Inosuke are training together with the 3 little girls and Kanayo and Shinobu. With another person. Sorry about that, I just had to check up on a few things. But yeah, Kanaya, the one with the O instead of an E, not the Hashira Kanaya, but Kanaya. So that's the ship for Tanjiro, to be honest. As a few days later, after Deku fell asleep, he wakes up. And he wakes up to a curious Shinobu who is sitting next to him looking at him. It's like, oh, you're awake. That's good. Like, yeah, I think my ribs are good. As he tries to stretch out his chest to see if his bones are still broken and are displaced, as they're completely healed. Don't ask me why, it's plot. But he says that he's very thankful for a place to rest. Thank you, Shinobu. As his mature nature is quite, like, surprising to Shinobu. It's like, wow, you're very mature for your age. Well, wait. Yeah, okay, so I got that right. Well, I am only 15, you know? But we don't need to talk about that. So, what's the status report on everything that happened in the spider forest? A lot of them died, the low-ranking ones. They died from either poison, slashes, brute force from the father, you could say, of the demon family, as well as being hung and suffocated from the puppeteer choking them. If only they weren't demons. They could have probably been very innocent and good people. Shinobu turns her hair, is like, yeah, you're right. I'm very fascinated with you. If you know where I'm going with this, you are one of the most amazing people that should ever walk on this earth. But yes, the ship is Deku X Shinobu. As they start talking and they start getting to know each other. And so he gets up and is like, yeah, I think I might need to go and do some training. Well, I'll leave you to that. I'll go check on Nezuko, I guess. Wow, you check up on Nezuko? It's like, yes, she's quite cute. If I do say so myself, it's like, I know, right? She's like a cute little bean. So cute. As they get giddy over Nezuko's cuteness. Oh my gosh. It's like, yeah, I'll be back. As the three come into the room looking dead as all hell, as they completely just ignore Deku and go straight to bed. I was like, okay, so that happened. I'll just go do some training. As he asks Shinobu, by the way, where's my sword? As she guides him to where they are storing their swords and equipment. As he puts his clothes, his Demon Slayer uniform on and his over thing, the green thing that he wears as he puts on this. But anyway, sorry, get to a good one. Yeah, and he grabs his sword as now he goes outside to try and practice some of his skills. Him trying to get a complete and overwhelming control over Dimension Shift, Hell's Rift, Shadow Collapse, Dimension Flow, and Death Zone Carnage, as those are the ones that he is lacking in skill with. That is why Dimension Slash is so strong. As he practices those for a while. And once he's done, he does physical training like push-ups, sit-ups, lifting things up while doing squats. You know, the usual workout routine. And he puts his sword back into the place where they store it, and he just goes for a jog. Well, more of a high-speed run, like around the HQ, like he goes around the HQ like 5 times. As he's out of breath, he's like, yeah, that's a workout. As he just goes back in, takes a bath, gets back out with his clothes on, obviously, and he goes to bed. As he puts on his pajamas. As Shinobu walks up to him, is like, wow, you got dressed quick. I guess. So, how was training? Well, it was good. Good workout. It's definitely weird now because I was awake for quite a while. I haven't trained in a while, so I might be getting rusty. But that's definitely not gonna bother me. I'm gonna get back to training from now on. I need to get stronger. That one demon. I can't believe it. He made something that could slice Tanjiro's blade. I don't think he even noticed that those threads could do it, especially at his strength at this time. But my ribs were broken by a giant log of threads just being piled on each other and smashed into my stomach. Definitely need to get stronger, because I know that guy was just the lower moon. As Shinobu's like, yeah. Anyway, I can't believe he actually killed it. And I can't believe that he actually has a different type of breathing technique other than water breathing. Well, what do you mean by that? Well, I have very good eyesight, you could say. And I was watching the fight while being in the crater inside of a tree. I saw fire. It was probably the fire God breathing technique that I saw our father use. It's like, wait, are you two related? I'm adopted, but don't think too much of it. Never really got to know my dad, my biological dad, and my mother died. So, you don't need to question me about that. Like I was ever going to do that. Yeah, sure, whatever you say. But, anyway, what did you want to talk about? Well, I'm going to bed, and so are you. Would you like to join me? As Deku's like at the back of his head, there's tiny little thoughts like, am I about to get laid? It's like, nah, it must be like slightly more innocent than that. Maybe your actual sword is as big as your muscles. And it's like, yep, I'm getting laid. As he just smiles and is like, sure, why not? But sleeping with someone else is comforting, you could say. Especially in these times with demons roaming around. As they go to her room and they sleep together. As they do the you know what. As Deku. So the next day, Deku wakes up and goes to the kitchen. As he is waiting for Shinobu to wake up, he makes some dinner for everyone in the place that they're in, and everyone shows up as well as Shinobu. As Tanjiro is like, dude, where were you? You weren't in your bed last night. It's like, don't worry about that. Oh god, he's so innocent. I'm surprised they didn't hear us. As Zenitsu's like, did you guys hear the weird noises last night? It's like, he's not so dumb, is he? Don't worry about that. Maybe it was just someone doing some late night training. As he locks eyes with Shinobu, as she slightly blushes and looks away, him just giving her the mental note, "You were too loud." And she's just blushing like, I know, I'm sorry. Like, anyway, let's change the topic to breakfast. Everyone dig in as Deku sits next to Shinobu while eating their dinner. Their breakfast. As Deku actually stays in Shinobu's bedroom. Well, once he goes back to the bedroom, he stays there and sits there for a while. As everyone's doing their training, as Inosuke had his blades destroyed, so his sword blacksmith had to come over. As Deku walks down, it's like, what the hell's the ruckus? It's like, you're putting dents in the blade! You're not supposed to do that! My masterpiece, no! As he's sulking on the ground, as he clenches his fists and gets up, it's like, you are going to die, boy. In a dark, scary, very, very scary voice. It's like, you are going to pay for breaking my masterpiece. You little piece of... why would you do that to your blades? It's like, as Inosuke is just like, because I like it this way. It's jagged, and it does more damage as it serrates as the blade's serrated, so it slashes and does more damage to demons. Sorry. As they have that encounter, Tanjiro not having a broken blade, so his blacksmith doesn't come out with his blade. As Deku just smiles like, sometimes I wish I had my family back. But which family am I thinking about? My adopted family or the family that I used to have? As some thoughts of his previous family had been creeping into his mind over the past few days. As he goes up to Shinobu, who is doing some slight paperwork for other things, commissioning a few more chemicals or liquids to be sent to her, as she needs to do some experimentation with chemicals and poisons. And so Deku comes up to her and is like, hey, Shinobu, do you remember when I said that my biological mother, died? I never really got to meet my father, my real father. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking about which family I miss more. The family I never really knew, or the family with Tanjiro. I'm conflicted. Which am I really part of? Because there's still a bit of me that wants my mother back and wants to find out who my father was. But As Shinobu says, well, which one do you care for right now? The Komodo, Tanjiro and Nezuko, as well as the two idiots not of the Komodo family. It's like, then you have your answer. There's no need worrying about people that you didn't necessarily know. It's not like it's gonna bring them back. It's not like you can bring people back to life, honestly. As he just puts his thoughts behind him as he hugs Shinobu, is like, why are you so wise? Well, I have a lot of experience, you could say. I have quite a lot of experience with therapy and the mind, and how psychological things affect people. So, you could say I'm quite good with emotions and people. Yeah, you got me on the second day. So, I don't think that you're really, such a bad person. Like, what do you mean? Well, I noticed that Nezuko wasn't only stabbed by one of the other Hashira, she was also sliced a bit. Is that your doing? Well, no, actually. That was the work of the demon that Tanjiro was fighting. Oh. Well, at least she's okay. You really do care about them, don't you? Well, of course I do. I'm a brother/father figure. Of course I care. Hey, and plus, you know what? What? What is so important that you waited for me to say what? Izuku? I'm not saying this as we would do it right now. It's like, what are you thinking? I'm just thinking that maybe in the future you could be the sister/mother figure in our little disorganized family. As she blushes and turns away, it's like, okay, I get what you're saying. Just, wow. Can't believe you actually brought that up. Come on, you know me. Yeah, I met you like 2 days ago. 3, 4, 5 days ago, actually. Yes, and our chemistry works well together, doesn't it, Shinobu? You know what? You deserve to have your ribs broken. It's like, yeah, I know. I love you too, Shinobu. As a few days go by of happening, the bedtime things happening, and Tanjiro catching on is like, oh my gosh, my brother got laid a few days ago. Oh my god. I can't believe it. That's what the noises are from. As they get ready to go off on their next adventure. As I'm not sure if anyone who is watching knows about the movie, I am going to, well, I'm just gonna leave it off here, because literally we've gone through everything besides the movie, which will go exactly as planned from the actual anime and manga creators, as the entire thing with them happens without Deku, as Deku stays with Shinobu, trains, and is training to become a Hashira, as, well, one of the pillars, I guess. The dimension pillar, as he is there with Shinobu, training, talking, having a relationship, as you can think, as Tanjiro, Nezuko, Nezuko goes with Tanjiro, is like, so as they're about to leave, Deku has a single tear go down his face as another one follows. I'm gonna miss you guys. It was fun being a father figure and brother figure to you guys, as they all face him and they all start tearing up. Even Inosuke, who was really influenced by Deku to be more of a caring person. So Tanjiro walks up and hugs Deku, as Deku hugs back and puts his hand on the box, and he says, "Bye, Tanjiro. Bye, Nezuko. I'll see you when you get back." I'm just gonna stay here for the meantime. I've noticed that I'm a bit too weak. I need to get stronger. As all of them get into a group hug, as Shinobu just takes a step back and looks at Giyu, as like, yeah, whatever. As Rengoku is on his way to the train station, they are also going to the train station, as they get into the movie, and the movie goes exactly as planned. I'm going to thank everyone for staying to the last part, for this is the final episode of What If Deku Was Transported to Demon Slayer. I'm sorry about it being like a 4 part What If, and I hope everyone will be satisfied with the ending, as I don't want to go into the movie, because even my friends who've watched the entire first season haven't seen the movie, so I'm not sure if anyone else has gotten into the movie. And plus, to not put a great influence into the entire story, we still need what happens in the movie happen as in canon, because otherwise things, well, I haven't seen past the movie, because season 2, I think, is still going to come out. So yeah, I thank everyone for being here for the 4-part journey. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, night, afternoon, morning even. And don't get corona, be safe, and have a wonderful time.